and welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artwork, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. I'd like to welcome you to a combination of log day 28 and 29. For me in real time, this is my last day of the Sketchbook Slam challenge and Inktober, but for my 20-page progress, technically 40-page progress, these are for days 28, 29. So if you're new to this series, new to this channel, this is a log update series where I track my 20-page progress. Usually I try to just do it one day at a time to show you that I've gotten my 20 pages done. But I was just having a really sluggish weekend, and I think Shark Week's coming up, so had me feeling a bit more pain than usual. I don't know. But also, if you're new to this channel, maybe you'd like to hit that subscribe button. We do sketchy art things, become part of the AB Creative Crew. And with all that nonsense out of the way, let's get on with log days 28 and 29, Sketchbook Slam Challenge, Inktober, go. I started off with this very loose, weird looking thingy. I don't know, it's like a specter wolf thing. I don't know what I was going for it. Then I was working on dudes and outfits, because that's something I work on from time to time, is just drawing people and trying to draw outfits. I think these characters kind of came out a little stiff. Well, him especially, he came out a little stiff up top. He's really stiff, but down below he's not as stiff. This one's a little looser. Was working on an environment kind of setting with my brush pen. First used the color erase pencils to do a layout, and then inked over it. I think it ended up pretty alright. A little wonky, but alright. A random alien. This is from Pastel Plague's Cryptid Prompts. I decided to draw an adorable little Cyclops girl. Very cute. I added the little lip shines after I posted on Instagram. I just finished watching Cinefix's video on most emotional moments in movies ever. And I'll probably link that in the description. Number one, do not know why, uncontrollably makes me cry the moment it comes on. It's a scene from Children of Men. I've never seen the movie, but my gosh, did that scene make me just bawl uncontrollably. These were for the prompts of Climb and Fall for the Inktober official prompt list, and I decided that I wanted to combine them together to create a narrative, but I forgot to write down here the prompt names, which I'll probably do that later. It's not super important. Random characters and clothing, again, looks still kind of stiff. I don't know what I was doing here. I think by this point my sketchbook has kind of dissolved into random pages where there might be a semi-cohesive theme. Like this one had candy, this one had bakery, I think. To maybe it's an animal study or a person study. And then studies to random nonsense, which is what it ended up being. Random creepy house. This is when I started doing stuff on day 29. Random creepy house. How did I miss these pages? I'm gonna have to go back and fill this page now. That's silly. I feel silly now. Oops. I'll have to fill that page up today. There's these two. I made up this pose, and I really like how it came out. Now I feel kind of annoyed that I missed those 2 pages, but I'll make it up today. And then I went through this one book of poses, action poses, that I have, and just randomly picked pages where I would just go through and do poses, just draw them out. So randomly picked a page, drew some poses, drew some more poses. Then I just worked on focusing on the face for a little bit. Did some hands. Hands are always fun. More hands. Then I just went into pumpkins. Like, when in doubt, pumpkins out. More of the poses. And then I made a pumpkin cat. I don't know, it was a silly idea that I just thought was cute. I tried recording these pages, by the way, and I was trying to fiddle with some of the settings on my camera, but it ended up super overexposed to where the paper looked neon white and you couldn't see anything that I was doing. And then we've got some more gestures, which it starts off as gestures and more gestures from a draw this video, which I will also link in the description below, to me filling up the page with a pose and then deciding to go into the random nonsense that devolved into this. So I have video of that. We're gonna roll the clip and I'll talk about some upcoming videos and such as we watch through the speed draws of these pages that dissolved into whatever nonsense this was. Alrighty, so as you may have picked up on, this is going to be a little rambly, but I wanted to share with you guys what I plan to do for the next couple of videos, because I do plan on taking maybe a week-long break so that I can recoup after taking and doing this very extensive challenge, intense challenge. So rambly nature, full on. I plan that tomorrow's obviously going to be my last log day update. And as you may be aware of, I live in a time zone in which I'm actually a day ahead. So right now, today is the 30th of October, which means I'm going to be doing my 20 pages for day 30. Tomorrow's going to be Halloween for me. And I do plan on doing a log day 30, and that'll happen on November 1st for me. And in log day 31, I will most likely just appear on screen and discuss my thoughts on the Sketchbook Slam challenge, as well as Inktober, since this was my first year participating in Inktober. I want to discuss some of the pros and cons of doing the Sketchbook Slam challenge, how I felt when I first went into the Sketchbook Slam challenge, and some of the prep work I did for it, and then my final thoughts on how my progress went as I got to the end of it. And I may go ahead and point out some of my favorite pages, maybe my least favorite pages. I'm not entirely sure. So I think I want to talk a little bit about the drawings as they dissolved from being figure drawings to being these full-out weirdo drawings. This is from Draw This. I will be, again, posting a link to that video in the description, as well as links to the previous and next of the log day videos. And in this episode, the model had a tendency to do yoga poses, and when it came to these poses, they ended up being poses that I couldn't have just grouped together on one page without being dissatisfied, so I kept them on their own individual pages. And these two poses turned into a sort of demon doing yoga and a angel with bandages over its face. And the last drawing was, again, it was another yoga pose, and I think I just wanted to draw something weird and creepy, and this pose kind of allowed me to do that, because I haven't drawn enough weird and creepy things this October. At least I don't feel like I have. So I have this weird monster creature that looks like a woman. We don't know what it is. Wearing a gimp mask, so under the mask could be something terrible, horrifying. And this was just a fun play around with colors and doing something weird and different. and I really love doing weird and different things. And I think that'll be all that I can say about this piece. So make sure that you do what you do to make that artwork for you. And keep it spooky, everyone!